Hey guys, it's Mr. Dracarys from Czech Republic coming again, and I just wanted to thank you all for the support on the comments on my videos. I do read them, so here's coming a quick update of what I have currently on my table and how's my army looking right now. So for start, this is one of my latest models, part of my Assault Marines squad for my Black Templars army. I have actually two of them just finished. The one on the left is just waiting to finish the base, but the one on the right is completely finished. And I've painted them somewhat above tabletop standard. You can say probably their display quality. Yeah. And one of the interesting things that I did is I changed the base because I didn't like the static posing of the Assault Marines. So I added some cork to simulate rock and help me achieve this, I think, cool looking pose where it looks like the marine is actually assaulting somewhere or leaping in front, and the model is magnetized, so I have the options to change the loadout or the arms. Yeah, and other interesting things I did is the chipping and weathering also. You know, making paint chipping on black armor was a real challenge because I couldn't find a decent tutorial anywhere, and the problem with chipping on black armor is that basically normally when you make chipping you have to start by applying darker color than the armor that you are chipping, but there is nothing darker than the black color, so you just have to kind of forget this first step. But I think I found a solution, and if you want I can make a tutorial about it, but just quickly, the method is that you paint bolt gunmetal or any dark metallic color that you have. As I use citadel colors, so I used bolt gunmetal as a first step. Then what you do is you tone it down with the Bada black wash to give this nice dirty feel to the chip, and then the next step you do is you apply rust pigments inside in the center of the chipping. I used the Czech company supply, but I guess that is not an option for you guys, so I suggest you use Tamiya or Forge World maybe weathering powders, but these ones were cheaper and really easy to come by for me, so I used these ones, and I think the result is quite nice on the backpacks especially. I really love the way it's looking. It's a really nice battle damaged armor. So yeah, if you want to see a tutorial on how to paint chipping on black power armor, just post some comments or let me know and I will make a tutorial about it. So that's one thing about these minis. The other thing is I did some OSL around the eyes. Maybe it's a little bit too much red, but I wanted to attract the attention of the viewer to the fact that the eyes are glowing, so that's why it's very strongly represented on the model. So yeah, basically it's chipping on the black armor, OSL on the eyes, some nice blending on the shoulder pads, coming from darker shades to the blood red, also chipped as well, and on the feet again using some pigments and powders, weathering powders, some muddy or dusty effect. So yeah, I think they look really nice. I'm happy with them. And the blood effect on the chain sword and the power sword as well is just the red inks and then some gloss varnish. You have to really experiment a little. I do not have some fixed formula for it. You just have to kind of feel it. But yeah, I think they're cool. I definitely like them. Nice little addition to my Black Templars army. I have the rest of the squad prepared now, again magnetized, waiting for base coat and painting. So yeah, these will be my assault marines for my Black Templars army. So, moving on. As you may have seen in my other video, I've finished my High Marshal Helbrecht on the display base. In the display quality, I really love him. It's nice looking miniature, great posing, great sculpturing done. Again, blood effects on the sword. I like to give my army a little gory, battle damage look. Blending here on the cape, nice gradient. I don't know if it's coming across, but in the real it looks really amazing. I'm just really happy with it. Otherwise nothing too fancy, no freehand so far. I love the bolt gun casing, it's just so crisp. I'm thinking maybe I will add some freehand in here on the cape, but for now I'll leave it probably like this. I think it's really nice. And the base is actually made of resin. It's not made out of plaster because I wanted to try the resin because it's very hard, very durable and easy to cast. The rock is cork, nothing too fancy there, just highlighted and then washed in the recesses to give more plasticky look. Some grass, static grass, dead grass. Really nothing too fancy about the base, but I love the mini. It's the best one I've painted so far. I'll try to get some detail, but as my camera is not too good, it will probably be problematic. But yeah, I have a showcase video of him, so if you want some more detailed look on him, check that out definitely. Okay, so now moving on. Next thing, my Rhino. It's obviously not finished. I'm just right, I think, in the middle. I've done some freehand on the doors here, but I don't like it, so I will probably change it. I'm thinking maybe something bigger, like all across this panel, or maybe even bigger, like some cross or heraldics or something like that. Otherwise, again, starting to do paint chipping, battle damage. I haven't decided what gun will be here, so that's why it's not there yet. Yeah, and the muddy effects is actually done by using latex paint with some sand and gravel mixed in it. Again, if you want, I can make a tutorial, just let me know. This is just the color of the paint, it's not base coated or shaded or weathered or anything, this is just how it looks. So yeah, again, nice dirty muddy battle damage look I'm going for. So yeah, this is one of my newest additions, not finished yet. I just have a lot of things on my table right now, but I do read the comments that you post, and I try to reply, so hopefully you're getting what you want. I will do a complete army update once I get to it, but for now just hold on there, guys. Okay, next thing, my chaplain in Terminator power armor. Again, addition to my Black Templars army. So sticking with the color scheme, just white, black, some gold trim and red colors, nothing too fancy. This one is only in tabletop standard, nothing too fancy, no great shading, layering, nothing, just edge highlighting and some very light weathering on the gold parts. And he will actually be accompanying, wait for it, here it comes, my Terminator Squad. Hopefully it's catched on the camera good. So yeah, first model is this guy here with the assault cannon. They all have power fists and the shields to soak up some extra damage. So yeah, these three guys are just regular ones with storm bolters and power fists, nothing too fancy. This one has an assault cannon. They're not magnetized yet, but I'm thinking about this as an option. Maybe I will magnetize them later. And there is the sergeant. I've converted him a little bit using extra bits from Commander Sprue. So he has this nice leather belt and the holster for the sword. Again, more of a dynamic pose, I think. And I've done some OSL around the sword. I think it looks nice. The sword itself, I'm not too happy about it. Maybe I will change it later on. But for now, they will do. Tabletop standard, nothing too fancy. So yeah, these are my Terminators with the chaplain. Yay! And this base is not finished obviously yet. Again, just base coated with the latex paint. I really love the texture. It's just some styrofoam and then the paint on it mixed with the gravel. So if you like, I will make a tutorial, no problem at all. Okay, moving on. And the base on which the Termis was is actually gonna be for one of my dioramas, in which I want to put this little fellow. It's an Black Knight, but this is the old release, not the new one from the Vampire Count's army. And the problem I had with this mini is that the horse was just bare skeleton, no musculature, nothing on it, so it looked kind of shabby and really cheap. I didn't like it, so what I did is I used some green stuff to make the coat, which is on the new models, and also this armor plating on the head and the reins for the rider to control the horse, and this small piece of cloth on the spear. So again, quite happy with it. I think it now looks much nicer than before. And the one thing I'm very happy about is that the green stuffing is so thin that the bones of the model, of the mini itself, are showing through. So it's nicely visible that it's just dead horse or spectral steed. So yeah, again, looking forward to painting this guy. I needed to get a change from painting all the sci-fi Warhammer 40k models, so I wanted to make some fantasy now. And he will actually be on this base. I will make it as a diorama and I will post it as soon as it will be done. For now, it's just for this occasion the Termis are on it, but they're not. Obviously the base is too small for all of them to fit. So yeah, so far so good. I have this Terminator Squad. The Rhino is almost finished, nearing completion. Terminator Chaplain, I'm Marshal. These two guys from the Assault Squad. The rest is just now assembled, waiting to be painted. And yeah, gathering them, preparing my army to be launched. I have some other models ready, but I just didn't have enough space on my table right now, so I will just show this. I've mainly done this video to show off these two, the Assault Marines. I'm really happy how they came out. I love the armor effect, and yeah, I just think they look really good. As I said, the chipping was a tricky one, but I think I pulled it off, and it doesn't look too flat or too shabby to me. I love the pose. It's really nice and dynamic. I've matched the scrolls position and the purity seals to help the impression that the model is actually moving. It's not so staticky. And again, you can change the pose because it's magnetized. So yeah, this one is more in a defensive posture. Oh, casualty, man down. No, I'm kidding, it's a Black Templar. He's invulnerable, basically. Yeah. So, hope you like it. If you do, please comment, rate, subscribe. This is Mr. Jokers signing off.